Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Galby Roy. I'm in a good mood today. Yes. The design for this platform is to inspire people to tap into their understanding, developing a way of seeing, quality thinking, and a growth mindset. In all my videos, I try to put an emphasis on having healthy thoughts about yourself and others. I keep track of my personal development with an aim of sharing healthy ideas and representing positive change. In this video, I'm just going to share something that I shared with my sister, because you know when you have those realizations and you have to text someone, you text your friends, you text your close siblings or your family members, and you just have to text someone because you just realize this. I have these moments where I realize things, and I know that this realization is kind of very obvious, but when you really think about it, it makes you, or at least it made me feel, um, it made me feel loved. It made me feel reminded that I'm not alone in this world, and we're all in this together. No matter our differences, no matter our circumstances, and we have to remind each other that, and we have to remind ourselves that. I'm gonna tell you what I shared, and I'm probably gonna get roasted. No, I'm not. Positive thoughts only, positive words. I know this will help someone realize that they're not alone, and this is just a cool fact that I wanted to share, because I had that realization, and it's so true. But I said, did you know that there are people out there in this world that have the same month and the same day and the same year and the same year as you? There are people out there that have the same month, the same day, the same year. That is just the coolest thing to me. That just tells me that, there are people. Let's say I was raised in New York, right? So there are people that were born in the same month and the same day and the same year as me, and they're born and raised in New York. And for me, that's just such an explosive moment, because that means that possibly there's a 99% chance that there is someone out there that has the same ideas about society as me, or the same drive as me of wanting to help other people, wanting to be. It can be anything, but I'm saying we're not alone. Sometimes it's easy to remember. It's easy to forget, or it's easy to think that we're alone and everyone is separate and we hate each other, or it's so easy to fall into that hole of thinking that nobody cares about you, but we care. And it can be something as simple or as obvious as being born at the same time. And the reason why I also wanted to share this was because I googled what part of generation I am a part of, and I think I was born in 1997, so I'm a part of, according to this data, and I'm a part of Generation X or Generation Z. And basically, I'm that. Here, let me see. Generation Z is a generation of people born between 1997 and 2012. Generation Z is a generation after millennials born in 1981 to 1996, and before Generation Alpha. They're often called digital natives because they grew up with the internet and portable digital technology. And that's so true, because during that time is when the iPhone came out. I remember when the iPhone first came out, and I was in elementary school, I think. And I remember the day when everyone got an iPhone, and I got my first iPhone. And it was such a big deal, because that's the first time that phones were now touch screen. And that was the big thing. So basically, back to how this started the video with that encouragement. just think that we as Generation Z and us who've just been raised in that timeline, I think we do think the same, more or less. I do think that we all think the same, and it's kind of cool to know that we all. It's cool to know that, but it's also good to know that we have each other, and whatever like challenges were in the environment, the atmosphere when we were born, wherever we were, we're all going through life, and we're all growing up together, dealing with more or less some of the same things of like technology, if that makes sense. So that's basically what I wanted to talk about in this video. I think that explains why I was very like, when I found out that there are people born the same day and same month and year as me. Sidetrack. This is not a video. I mean, it kind of just also tells me how selfish I think I am, or how, not selfish, but like unique. Like, I'm not unique. I think that was also put in my mind. I'm not gonna say I'm not unique. Like, God said I am unique. God didn't say unique. God said you're wonderfully made. See where you can get trapped in the words that you use? You have to be careful with the thoughts that you use. The thoughts that you use. Yeah, the thoughts that you use. The words that you say, be careful. Because God said I'm wonderfully made. So God has a purpose for each and every one of us. But I hope what you get out of this video is that you're not alone. I don't want, by making this video, like your birthday is a big part of you or anything, or your birthday is what defines you, or you identify with your birthday. That's not what I'm saying, and I don't want you to get it from this. I had that realization of like, I'm not the only one who's born on my birthday. But that also tells me that I know there's other factors that can affect someone's, paradigm, how they're raised compared. It doesn't matter if you have the same birthday because you were born in a different country. I get that. But let's say for the people who were born in the same region and have born the same year, it's good to remember that you're not alone. So that's basically this video. The topic for this video is that you're not alone, no matter how lonely you feel. That's it. So with that being said, remember to practice positive thinking. Remember to practicing talking and speaking with positive words, building one another up, and incorporating that in your life. Even if you don't feel like it, or even if you don't feel like building other people up, trust in that, trust in God, and listen to Him. Build other people up. Say something that will build them up, build their character. Remember what you put inside your mind, what you're watching, what you're listening to is important. Be careful with the thoughts that you pay attention to in your mind. There's a rule that I am practicing, is whenever I'm having a conversation with someone, be mature in conversations, that's one. But whenever you're in conversation and you're having a one-to-one dialogue, or you're talking to someone, and then they say something, you should at least wait 5 seconds. Wait 5 seconds. It will give you time to just really think about what you really want to say to that person instead of just spitting out words. So that's an advice that I think I should take myself, and I do take myself. But practicing every day is the goal, and being consistent. To be consistent healthy routines. Don't give up. Repent